CFR Network, CFR News, good day, good night, shalom, balance, paradise, and righteousness all. We are in the lab, returning guest, the one and only Jamie Dlux in the lab with me today. How are you, sir?
Hello, that's me.
That is the man of mystery and
uh,
intrigue.
yeah, yeah.
So it's been almost
I
not
think I looked 7 months. 7 months.
yeah, it's been and so much has happened in that
Oh
seven
man,
months.
I know so much has happened.
So much. It's hard to even just take a minute just to think. We've been under an oppressive state for over a year now.
Yep.
It's, domestic violence is up over 1,000% increase.
Not just teenager, like children, suicide.
Suicides, exactly everything is just been magnified to a high level. And I was speaking to a previous guest, a doctor, about my concern for just humanity in general, but especially the young children.
I know.
If you haven't got
Yeah,
a stable, home life, what on earth are these children going through?
yeah, yeah. Especially like a lot of the adolescents and teenagers that they fight with their parents and stuff, and they look
Mhm.
forward to getting out of the house. They don't have that anymore.
They don't have
You
that
know.
luxury. It's just, it's really, as I say, concerning. It's worrying. Like, what is the state of play? For instance, young Timmy, who's in a very dysfunctional family strata, and he's maybe 12 to 13 in the prime of his adolescence of sorts. And then we fast forward 10 years. What
I
is
know.
young Timmy going to be like then? If he's still alive?
Yeah. Well, look what they're doing to them. Like the kids are being traumatized.
Mhm.
Everyone's wearing masks everywhere. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me
Everywhere,
out. I can't
everywhere.
ever get used to it.
It's still a shock just to see people strolling around the streets with masks on. It's like,
I
wait a
know.
minute, we're outdoors, aren't we? Shouldn't you be doing that
Yeah.
when you get into a confined space?
And learn too. Like, see, it's never really been meant. I mean, they said it was, but it's never really been mandatory here. Um,
In your
you know,
state?
oh yeah, well, I mean, they had like a mask mandate. I, I mean, people follow it, but I never did. Nobody. I mean, I ran into a couple assholes, but
Mm.
nobody refused me service. But yeah, and then my county stopped it in October, so and it hasn't really been like, and I've worked the whole time. The only thing is stores closed earlier, but that's it's not like a lockdown or anything. There never has been.
So there's no, in essence, 24-hour takeaways, no 24-hour shopping.
There's a couple gas. I think Circle K gas stations because I've had to get cigarettes. I'm like, oh shit, and run out at midnight. I'm like, I gotta find something. Circle K is open, and there's a few around here, so you can go get you a fucking dirty hot dog and a bag of smokes and like a 40 or something,
The good old
midnight.
40s.
Because the boogeyman virus don't want to go in there. I used to
It's
work at a Circle K. I know those hot dogs can be left on all day. People like them that way. They're like beef jerky.
seasons. That's it. But you know what? If you are gonna have, well, and this is down to preference. I do like stuff that's been in there for a little bit. If I'm gonna eat out, I don't want it just to be, unless it's obviously a restaurant and stuff. But like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rotisserie and stuff, like keep it in as long as possible. Get it properly cooked.
Burn all the germs out of that shit.
Exactly. We do not want pink meat to eat. Thank you very much.
unless it's steak. Unless it's
Oh
steak.
no, you're not one of them, are you, Jamie?
I used to not be. Well, how do you eat them there? Like either red or like burnt, right?
Yeah, I want it well
I
done.
I used to get them all done.
Hmm.
I don't like a medium rare or anything, but medium well. I've gone down a little bit. It's a little chewier. No, my grandmother, she wanted it like double rare.
Blue.
Ew,
You want it
ew,
bluing still?
eating a fucking raw cow. What are you
Exactly.
crazy?
Just tight to the side of the leg of the chair and just chomp away.
Like and it's illegal to serve it that way. She had to like again bribe them. I want the blood. Was my grandmother a vampire?
Yeah, this is the strange thing. I think I remember being at a restaurant at one point. It was a pretty high-end restaurant for work purposes. Um, and they were saying, "Oh, yeah, we're having steak." And I'm not really a red meaty kind of person anyway, especially steak. That's not really my thing. But
I love
okay,
it.
yeah. So it's like, how do you want it prepared? I'm like, well done, obviously. And
Yeah.
the guy looked at me, eyes raised, like, well done. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I don't have stuff. And then one of my colleagues had a plate of literally blood and
Ew.
chew, I guess. And
Yeah.
oh gosh, I
Yeah, I don't like
was.
it that I don't like it that rare. I'm not a blood sucker.
This is
So.
it. I guess, and I mean, I've seen, and this is slightly going off topic of sorts. I've seen videos of well, a video very recently of a European man eating a raw chicken, Jamie,
Ew.
and he was struggling with the skin and everything. He was
Yeah.
exactly.
I
What
don't even
is
know if like I'm not even a big chicken fan. Man, I guess it's all right, but
it?
I don't know. Like,
The bacteria that, like,
yeah, it's all gonna be cooked right, and you know,
I mean,
it's like it's what you eat when you don't have enough money to get steak.
yes, indeed. But the first thing you want to do is I mean, you prepare it first, burn the feathers off,
Mhm.
get a bit of lime, lemon, or a
All right, you make me
vinegar.
hungry. I'm gonna go eat some chicken. I
Get
don't
the
give a shit. I'm gonna eat it.
hey,
As long as I
Chick-fil-A.
don't have to. Yeah, well, there is Chick-fil-A. They're not open tomorrow, so I have to get it tonight. No, what? Well, actually, I went and picked up salads. There's I know, but they're good. Like there's this Italian restaurant down the street, Tofino's, and they make it's a pretty good like chef salad, a big one with all kinds of stuff and then little meats cut up and shit.
So it's like kind of like a Caesar salad kind of thing.
Kind of, you can do it that way, but
Yeah.
I got ranch. There's some ranch.
Ranch, yeah, you can't beat ranch. You
Yep.
can't be. I heard about this ranch maybe in the very late 90s, and they never sold this ranch sauce over here. So it
Yeah.
wasn't until I was on vacation and I saw it, I thought, let me try some of this infamous ranch sauce, and I was hooked.
Yeah. They sell it there now.
No, they don't. They definitely don't
Still.
sell. No, nope. Unless
Damn.
unless one of the UK listeners can point me in the right direction, I do not see it. I do not see. And we do have in certain stores, we'll have a. It's dramatically changed, but a couple of years back they would have like the world dial, so they'd have like an Asian, they'd have Caribbean, and they'd have American. That's kind of gone, and they've split them up, so there's not such a plethora of different stuff, but there's a small little slither of American products, and you've got your Lucky Charms, you got your
But that was from
Hershey's.
Ireland. That's from America. It's not from Ireland. They fooled me. That's what I thought.
Well, I'm sure I don't even. You know what? Strangely enough, again, unless some of the Northern Ireland or Irish listeners can fill me in, Lucky Charms isn't a thing over there. That's an American
It probably
export.
isn't. It's probably gonna be fucking banned for being like racist. It's gonna be canceled. It is, you know it.
You
Now,
already know.
well, I guess Irish people are kind of white, so well, they're not gonna. I don't know. I don't know. It's all confusing to me.
It is. It is. I mean, I think that the stereotypical view of an Irish person is
I
genuinely
mean,
like someone
I'm
who's
part
ginger.
Irish. I'm part Irish, so you ain't gonna offend me.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think of what is the actual stereotypical. It's a leprechaun. It's
Drunk,
someone a drunk.
leprechaun.
Yeah, this is it with ginger hair basically as well.
Yeah, yeah, but for some reason not a ginger, or are they? I don't
No,
know.
they're not. They're not.
What ginger's like a different species than an Irish, I think.
This is where we get down that slippery slope, and and the carrot top ginger and all those.
That's I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's scary. He's much scarier that he's all beefy. It just looks like totally unnatural. Even though
Totally.
he's always looked unnatural, but
Yes, and his face, he's like his jaws have got muscles on them as well.
yeah. Some reason I'm picturing him like a fucking ginger predator. That's what I'm picturing,
Without the technology attached to his arms
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly. Well, I mean, maybe he used to be funny sometimes with those props, but it seems like he ditched those. I don't know. Maybe they're not that funny. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't
I
know.
was gonna ask you, is he still actually current? Because I thought,
I know he got all beefy. He got all like, and
yes.
he looked like a monster. I don't know what he's doing though.
Okay.
I've talked to him. No, I never talked to him.
He's probably well, trustfully he's done it the right way rather than having injections in his bum.
He probably did. I mean, at least you could blame that on probably small penis. But yeah,
And a nice fancy car to go along with it as well.
God, it's just so unfortunate looking. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes. I have heard a few women make that remark, not about myself, but in
I,
conversation.
yep, it's unfortunate.
Oh, dearie me, dearie me. So,
Yep.
Jamie, what it has been going on? I've noticed there's been a sustained attack, not only on myself and other YouTubers, but on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
2 channels. Took down 2 channels within like 2 weeks. A combination of 90,000 subs.
wow. We've still got the
And
Stone Philosopher though, right?
I can't get in there because
What?
what I did when I set that channel up, I don't even know how I did it, but there was a way where you could set it up under your main channel, so it was
Oh,
like a
yes.
subsidiary. So
Yes.
I did that, so it's still there. I can't sign in though. There's no way for me to sign in. If I try to sign in, it just like goes to the sign in screen.
Yes. Yes.
All I got is an old channel that was like a backup, Deluxe Chronicles. That's all I got.
Flipping
Yeah,
hell.
it's like 3,000 subs there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm absolutely everything I've done is on my BitChute, which Twitter
Yes.
censors now, so everything's there. Then I'm also re-uploading everything to Rockfin, Rumble, Odyssey. Not everything, but a lot of what I did is on Odyssey. There was like a glitch before it like uploaded them all, but like a good 200 of them are. But everything's
Well,
on BitChute.
BitChute. I've actually got a channel on that now. I'm sure I'm following you on that now as well.
Okay, I'll make sure to follow you back.
No problem at all. I find it's getting better, but when I first joined, I was having major problems uploading videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have got better. They're pretty much like where YouTube was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. But yeah, I mean, they've definitely gotten better. See, when I set mine up, I set it up so somehow for almost 4 years ago to back up from my channel. So when I uploaded to YouTube, it backed up. There's a way to do it because I did it. That's why
Oh,
all my shit's there. Even like some certain live streams, not all of them, but some over the years,
yeah.
everything. Yeah. So thank God for that. But it is disconcerting. I don't know if
Yes.
that's the word.
No,
It's
that's right.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah, upsetting and shit, and it's ridiculous. And well, I don't know if you know what happened, but I was put on a list. Did you hear about that?
No.
I'll send you the link. It's a list of a white paper, like a study.
What?
Yeah, from a combination of David Rothschild.
Oh my gosh, you're a lucky man. It's terrible news, but at the same time, you're a lucky man because you're clearly doing your job. You're doing the right thing to be number one, shadow banned, censored, and now your
Target,
channels have
yeah,
gone. But then to even go on a white paper as well, Jamie,
yep.
please tell me more, sir.
All right. And it's not just me. There's a lot. I mean, you might want to look. You could be on it too, for all I know. This is a big list of channels. So it's a white paper. David Rothschild, Microsoft Research, Harvard. Jeffrey Epstein's favorite school, Harvard,
Exactly.
and a few other places, right? And it's called something like I don't know what it's called, but something to do with like far right
Oh my gosh.
YouTube channels, right? Which I'm not. I'm not into any of that shit. The
None.
right left shit. Yeah. So and then it's this big study. Oh, right wing echo chambers or whatever it says. It's a big study, and at the end it lists. It has some like left wing channels, and it's got like a big list, and I think it says like moderate, then right and far right, and that big far right list, Jamie Dlux right there.
Wow.
And so that came out in like November, I think, 2020.
So did you find this? Was like
Somebody, one of my subscribers showed me. He sent it to me.
wow.
During the Stone Philosopher live stream. He's like, you're listed in a paper. crazy, man. Yeah, shit. I'll do it after this. I'll send
Yeah,
you the link
yeah,
after this.
yeah, yeah. And you know, you see, the thing about it is, what we in now, March, coming up to April. Up until January, every time you did the Stone Philosopher, obviously because you do it very late, so I would get up and then I would
Yeah.
see, here we go, Jamie's done another, it's done a live. Okay, let's check the live out. And I loved the Stone Philosopher because I love your soundtrack, man. I really
Yeah.
enjoy the
Well,
soundtrack.
here's something that sucks, man. I've had YouTube Red for years because it
Mhm.
came with Google Play, and I got Google Play because my brother told me that some of our old bands were on it. They found
Okay.
us on it, and so this is like 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, cool. I mean, there's more ways to find it now, but back then I thought it was pretty cool, and it came with YouTube Red. It just came with it, and for YouTube Red, you didn't have to watch ads, and you could do like turn your screen off and still listen. And I did that
Yes.
a lot. That's what I usually did, the
Mhm.
research shit or listen to videos and stuff. So I had it for years. So I had all my playlists because Google Play turned into YouTube Music now. So all my playlists that have been there for years, when they deleted my channel, I can't get into any of that shit. I had to like cancel it through Apple or whatever because like they charged me and I couldn't even use it.
Fucking bastards.
So I lost that. But I mean, I can always refine music, but yeah, I
Mm.
love the soundtracks too. But
Definitely. So moving up to March, well, February, March, I was actually literally having to type your name in to find. Oh, he's done a view. Oh my! Or ultimately, the last one I think you did, or the last few you did, I was seeing them on Twitter, on your Twitter. It's like, oh shit, here
yeah,
we go, and I can actually watch it directly from Twitter as well.
yeah, that's going away though. I hear on in like 4 days. Periscope's shutting down or something. I hear or stopping.
Yes, I did get a notification about that, to be fair. But I think so. Periscope. So what's the connection with Periscope? I thought that was its own entity. Is there some kind of connection?
It's part of Twitter.
Ah,
hmm So Twitter owns it.
flipping hell,
There's
man.
still D Live. Um, I mean, I have my other live channel. Like I don't feel like they'll censor me as much on that. I did get one like warning for streaming the Epstein computer game as cyberbullying.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Well, check this out though. So this list was November. Then after the new year, I started noticing some of my videos. Well, I was in YouTube jail a lot.
Hmm.
I would get a strike and get like a week or 2 weeks. All
Hmm.
right, bye. And yeah, and then I noticed my videos would get the Wikipedia tag, the QAnon,
the
QAnon.
the badge of honor.
Yeah, but they'd use that letter of the alphabet, anon.
Mm,
And I'm like, what? Because I've never ever talked about that stuff. I never got into it,
yeah. I've,
So that was never my thing.
mhm.
But they started tagging my videos that way, and then like I didn't realize this at the time. I realized it looking back. The day they took out my channel, March 4th, which is something those people were talking about that date. So
Ah.
I feel like I was targeted. And then they started coming after my backup channel, Vaccination. They started striking videos for cyberbullying and harassment. The one about Dr. Pizza, Peter Bright.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
The one about Michael Lamy, the ex Disney vice president.
Well, look, that's public knowledge.
Yeah, and all it is like I wasn't bullying everybody. I was just like I made a video about it, the information, and
Yes.
I mean, and since they're both serving time for one for child like molesting that 6-year-old girl they got in Disney,
Yes.
and the other one for like talking to I don't know like FBI agent or
Grooming.
cop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like somebody was pretending to be a mom that had 2 kids, and yeah, he was
Yes.
I think he's 144 months, it said. So 12 years.
Which,
What the hell was
what?
that?
Well, Jamie, you know what? I think, and this is all again smoke and mirrors. That is an excellent sentence for a
Yeah.
predator to receive over here, Jamie. They'll get 13 months
Yeah. No, it
suspended.
is. And that guy, Peter Bright, like 12 years, was just setting up a meeting. But here's the fucked up thing. The Disney guy actually molested a girl.
Hmm.
And he only got half the time.
I want, yes.
you
yes.
know, but yeah, but that's what they were about. And cyberbullying and harassment. What?
I know. I know.
Another one was the one about BG Phillips.
I don't
And
think I
I
saw
didn't,
that one.
you know, it was about like it was called Surrounded by Assholes.
Oh,
About it.
yes.
Yeah. Cyberbullying and harassment.
Ah, man, is there
And
nothing else more original?
they doubled down, you know, because I appealed them, of course. And no, it definitely is. And, oh, and another video they got was Save Our Children, Myrtle Beach
Oh God, that was
live stream.
the live stream. I was gonna say
Yeah, the 15-minute live stream that I was like just surprised that it was happening in my town and I had my kids with me as
exactly.
cyberbullying and harassment. And they doubled down on it after I appealed.
You know something? I don't think that they should even. That is just a get out clause, I guess, for some kind of regulation that they need to say, oh, we're giving people the option to appeal. I'm in YouTube jail myself
Oh,
now
yeah.
for I think it's a week. It's my first one.
Okay. Yeah. The first one's a week.
So I appealed, like,
Yeah.
obviously. The
Yeah.
reason being was it hate speech? No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. It wasn't hate speech. Sorry, I had that on the other channel. Um, this was talking about Carlsberg 45 or Colt 45 and not being an expert. And this was an interview, Jamie, an hour and a half interview, and we touched on as we normally do with every person I interview, especially if it's a first time guest.
Yeah.
How have you coped over over this year with the zombie apocalypse? And then sometimes, we'll go into a little bit more detail. And on this particular one, I think we spoke for maybe 10 minutes at the very most, just lightly saying, this is what the news has said. This is a bit
Yeah.
strange, so an opinion based thing. We wasn't saying, look, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
And I typed it in, you got the little box, and I typed it in. Look, we was just having a conversation, was just expressing my thoughts and opinions. That is it. Came back literally the next day. We're still upholding it. You are in jail, sir.
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's obvious
It,
what's going on.
very much so. Very much so.
And it's just complete lies too. Like, I have been like harassed and stuff. Like I had like some gang stalking going on a few years ago. Nobody did shit about that. Although I wasn't really trying to, because I'm not trying to get fucking, I just ignore it. But nobody did shit about that. Like actual shit.
This is the thing. It seems, it's not even seems, it's targeted. It is a blatantly targeted. If you are bringing some form of balance or just presenting information, you're targeted. If you're slurring other people's names and if you're derogatory against somebody and you're having these quote unquote beefs with other YouTubers, they'll put your videos. I mean, I get videos. I'm thinking, why are you suggesting this video to them? I don't watch that kind of content. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But the basis of YouTube was content creators like us putting information on YouTube and allowing the masses to consume it. And 10 years ago, is it 10 years ago now? 2001? No, not even, 2011, even 2011, yeah.
Yeah.
2011, the very first channel I created, within a 9-month period, I had 1.2 million subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, back then, the number counts and all that kind of stuff was, it wasn't something I paid attention to. It wasn't monetized.
Yeah.
Which was stupid of me.
Yeah, I know.
I should have, because I had huge numbers of hits on certain videos and stuff. And then eventually, come literally the ninth month, I started getting all these emails from YouTube, and I've never had them before. Like, hate speech, this, and violation of this, and the strike, and then next thing you know, channel gone.
Jesus.
See you later, alligator.
Yeah. I guess they've been holding down the information. Well, they used to not have to really hold it down, but the internet, they don't like it.
No, because the floodgate, I think I don't think they appreciated what people was going to do with this newfangled tool that came out in the early 90s and the access
Yeah.
to the internet. Because some of the listeners who are millennials, etc., when the internet first came out, there was no unlimited plans to go on to go
Yeah.
on surf the web. You had to pay, like, I remember the first bill I had, well, my mother had, which I had to pay, was like 90 to 100. I think it's like £130 to be precise.
Sounds heavy.
So in dollars, especially back then, we're talking probably almost $300.
Damn.
Yeah. So I didn't know. Like it would cost this much. I'm just on there, and mind you, I started off, Jamie, on a 14.4 modem.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Okay, 14.4 kilobytes.
Gigawatts.
So this was like, you to watch a video, it was almost impossible.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember those days.
The very early stages of technology. So again, you all the majority of stuff on there was action stuff and pornography. Let's just be
No,
straight.
I know. I remember like even just like one porno picture, just like taking forever. Like, oh, come on.
Down, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and it would start from the top down, and you'd see something.
Yeah.
You see something, you're like,
Or glitch.
okay.
Yeah. I always remember how exciting it was to get like a 15-second video to loop. I remember when those days happened.
Man.
Now, I first got internet when I had just turned 18. It was 1998. The first time we got a computer. And, it was AOL 4.0.
Okay, yes, because I signed up with AOL after I got that huge bill. I was like, yep, I need to find a different way of doing
So
this.
I think I heard about that, but I don't remember what it was. But I think you just paid monthly or something like that.
Monthly,
but still,
yes,
you had to use a phone line, and if anybody pick up the phone, God damn it, I was online. We'd have to take turns on the computer. Everybody I wanted to check the email and look at stuff. Yep.
It was the new frontier. It was a brave new world. As I say, very much, unfortunately, porn heavy, because that was the industry which basically catapulted the internet to what it is today. And still today, porn is so pervasive on the internet. It's even on. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore, but there was a period of time that there was like, I don't know how hardcore it was, because I wasn't going to search on on YouTube for pornography, but apparently,
why do that?
There's a plethora of other places you can go for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was hearing podcasters saying, I'm getting videos of porn on YouTube. How is this allowed when they're censoring my videos?
Yeah, I believe it. They probably gets away with it for a while.
And then let's look at the social media app, Twitter.
Yeah, there's a lot on there too.
Hardcore pornography, and it's like,
I'm like, whoa, where'd that come? I wasn't expecting that. What is this? Is this Pornhub?
This is the thing, and you're thinking, okay, so we can have, all types of sexual acts on Twitter, but if someone likes a tweet, they can have their job taken away from them. They can potentially, especially in the UK, you have your job taken away from you. Depending if they want to go any further, they'll prosecute you and actually arrest you, and convict you based upon something you've posted on or even just liked on Twitter.
That's ridiculous. That's like beyond. Why don't they see this? Why can't they see it?
I think that the veil is being lifted, but because people are in a constant state of stimulus and flight, they don't know what day is, never mind what's right and wrong anymore, because those lines have been shattered. Not blurred, they've been shattered.
Because I've been saying that since since the beginning. Like, why aren't people like how can you not see this? How can you not see what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying I have the answers, but it's like your spidey senses ain't tingling at all.
Exactly, at all.
Yeah, just like
Get
go
along to
along
get
with it.
along.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
there's that. Then there's the ones that, they pretty much deputize themselves for the fucking New World Order, without even knowing it. Beating up people for not having a mask on and shit, you know?
It's it's as I said previously, luckily I have not experienced a overzealous member of the public challenging me about wearing masks and stuff. I, I would almost invite it because I'm a very cool character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't easily get riled. I think I'm quite articulate as well, and I would like to converse with one of these these aggressive people who wants to because again, let's just look at it logically. I know logic is out the window, and there's no such thing as common sense anymore.
Nope.
No.
No. There's not
So
common sense. It's cognitive dissonance, not common sense.
yes,
That's what there
that's
is now.
yes, 100%. So
Mm-hmm.
let's have the conversation. Why do you feel that you can go up to a stranger who you don't know and berate them about not wearing a mask? Now, if you're wearing a mask, are you protecting yourself?
Well, then they say it's not for me, it's for you. So it just none of this is logical.
It really isn't, and they've suspended the ability of people to make logical thoughts and process the information, which would then enable them to critically think and make the
Mm-hmm.
potentially the right decision for themselves rather than Jamie, I've had the vaccination. I feel really good, mate. You know.
Yeah, it. It kind of like hit me pretty hard like 2 weeks ago. I walk into the office at work, and there's a friend of mine that got a job there and stuff. And it's none of my business, whatever. But I walk in, and there's like 8 people in there, and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna say his name, but what? I want to get the vaccine. I'm like, it's none of my business. I wouldn't tell anybody what to do.
Mhm.
But I expect the same respect. But it kind
Yes.
of like shocked me, like, whoa, I didn't know. I didn't know that. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, apparently, Jamie, if you take this injection, it is going to minimize any bad, ill effects of the Colt 45, which
Mm.
then the ripple effect is you don't need to go to ICU. You don't need to go. You may need to go to hospital, but it's not going to be as serious. So it's going to lessen the blow. But here's the big juicy but. One of the politicians here in England, it's on video, and I think I put it up on Twitter. He's talking with Boris Johnson, blowjob, um, via technological means, and he said, "Yeah, you've had the jab, haven't you?" And the politician said, "Yeah, but unfortunately, a couple of days after, I got COVID, and it was a very bad case of COVID. But you know, I'm okay now though, and I'm glad that I've got the vaccine." And Blowjob was looking all puzzled, like, rotted. I did not think he was going to say that, sir. So you've had the COVID, have you? Are you feeling better, are you? It's like, so what are we actually doing?
That's my question, man. That's my question because I saw enough. I saw a lot. It was what was going on, and all these conflictions and lies, and
Mm,
just proof of lies, and um, some genocides,
yes.
and nobody being held accountable. Even although they being called out, nothing's happening.
And,
I don't
uh,
know, man.
and let's not forget one of the saviors, quote unquote, with large quotes, Mr. Fauci. I won't call him doctor.
Hmm. And
So Fauci, are you going to be wearing a? Are you going to be getting the vaccination? Well, no. Why would I need to get the vaccination for? I'm healthy. I'm low risk. And I'm staying. I'm staying away from people. So no. Unless I was in high risk or I felt I got it, that's when I'd get the test. So based upon that logic, shouldn't everybody be utilizing that same rule of thumb?
I don't know. Well, he got it, didn't he?
Oh, did he get it? So this was an old video
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, it must have been old. No, he got it, but here's the thing. And I did do a video on this when it came out. That's why I know. So he got it, right? And then the next day he's talking to a news person. This motherfucker never shuts up, and he pats himself in the wrong arm. He's like, it's a little sore. Now, and there's proof that it's the wrong way because he's got like whatever behind him, like NIH or I don't remember what, CDC or whatever, some bullshit behind him on both screens the next day too. So it's not reverse.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, what? Oh, you touched the wrong arm. Because I think he gets off on blatantly lying to people and people fucking eating it up. I think he gets off on it.
I think you're right. I think it's not just him as well. I think it's a lot of people. I think they all have a chuckle and a laugh like, you never guess what I said on TV today.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
And they bought it.
They buy it. People are buying it. I mean, some people don't, but fuck them. That's not enough to matter.
That's the thing, and this is what through these conversations and through through these broadcasts and stuff. It's trying to get some of those skirters on the outside who aren't fully invested, so we can become the critical mass to say, wait a minute, whoa, let's just stop, right? You've had a good run of it, You've done a year of this Orwellian Brave New World thing. You got to ease back now. We want our lives back. We don't want to just exist. We want to live. Isn't life for living, Jamie?
That's what it's for. That's the purpose of it. That's the purpose of life, to live.
Not to be, I mean, again, let's highlight the fact that you've got these people who are totally bought into it, and they haven't seen nieces, nephews, mothers, fathers, grandparents for over a year. The most contact they've had is utilizing Zoom or FaceTime or whatever, WhatsApp, or they haven't been able to actually physically touch and have that connection with with their kinfolk.
I can't imagine what it's like for hypochondriacs. Well, see, though, I know two hypochondriacs. My sister's one. Well, I mean, she hasn't been that bad, but she's a little freaked out. She just had a baby too, like her first baby. What are you doing? One of my kids snuck in there.
I saw her.
So she was, but my singer is a hypochondriac too of my band, and he's not doing too bad. I mean, he's been tested probably like 6 times, but
how much of a hypochondriac though? Is it extreme or?
I mean, you know what? Maybe not as bad as I think. I think he. Come on, baby. I think he uses it as an excuse to get out of work.
Okay.
I got a little elf walking around. Elvie.
It happens, man. The little ones give that energy.
Oh, they got so much energy.
So much energy, vitality, and unfortunately, this is what some of these weirdo predators are preying on. The fact that we're all locked down,
my cords,
and we're all in the house, and we don't necessarily we enjoy being parents, but we don't want to parent them. So let's get the tablet. Go to your room or go up and play your PS9 or whatever it is and just, do your thing kind of thing. And then you've got predators online who are, okay, we've got even more children. We've got more access. What can we do? And they're building and they're grooming and they're trying to...
Mine aren't old enough yet. But yeah, I know. I have to keep an eye on them, especially this one. Yes. What are you doing? Can I finish up in here, baby?